It's a little less creepy because he's like, what, are you 19 or 20? 19. There you go. He's still a teenager. So.
My chat's just made it worse.
I'm almost 30, so it'd be a little more creepier.
So you're trying to move the girl off the pentagram. Okay.
And can I just point out again? Can we try to move our characters one block at a time, just in case there's they're just for storytelling elements and traps and things like that.
Well, the only reason I didn't, there was a dead skeleton in front of me.
You can step over it.
You can move your character with the arrow keys, by the way. You know that, right?
Oh, can you?
Good job, Sly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Obviously diagonal.
Oh. Maybe. Yeah, no, you can go diagonally.
Okay, never mind. Fuck me then. That's fine.
Yeah,
why not? All right.
Borkvarrd is still alive. Let the poor burn guy die in peace. No, he will not die.
All right. So you move the girl off the pentagram. It doesn't take much effort. Okay. The pentagram starts to dim.
Okay.
It was radiating like light.
Yeah, it was a soft glow.
Since I'm
Is that your turn?
We still got a battle with skeleton.
I forget we're still in combat here.
Yeah. Well, the three of them forgot.
Can I keep dragging her? Or am I used all my movement?
Didn't forget. I just had.
You can drag her one more time.
That so I'm gonna go to where I am now.
I forgot because
And then I'm gonna suggest CPR.
Okay. Well, that's either your turn.
Rape?
Okay.
She's breathing. I think.
Go ahead.
Kavara, in a bit of a blind rage and screaming bloody murder as the gladius is buried into her thigh, she she returns the favor by swinging at the skeleton's legs, trying to do an undersweep.
You
20.
Yep, 20. You strike home. The legs split in half underneath the skeleton, and as it's no longer supported body falls to the ground, it shatters into a million pieces.
See? You don't fucking like that now, do you? You don't like it when the fucking sword's in your leg now, do you?
Yeah.
Could I question how bleed damage works in this?
I believe it's just a
Does it have to be a bleed weapon? Do crits cause bleeding damage if it's a slicing weapon? I'm just curious.
I don't know. On a side note,
I'd have to look it up. It hasn't come up yet, so I haven't.
Consult the chat.
While Roach is looking that up or thinking about it, I'm going to.
Bob's
we're out of combat now, I assume, right? Roach?
Are you?
Well, if he says that we're still going on initiative, we're still
you
going on
are
initiative.
out of combat and are no longer in initiative order.
Well, since I am from. One second here, Mitch. Since I have an infernal background, being a tiefling and all, and it's kind of like the devil arts right there. Would I be able to convince you here that I would have some background in some pentagram shit here, and be able to maybe discern exactly what would be activating and deactivating this? Like, is it permanently off now that it was dragged off or not? And would I make an Arcana check here, or would I make a History check?
So I can speak Infernal as well, so if I can assist in any way.
Well, as you're discussing your next moves, what you're doing next, the final vestiges of light or energy bleed away from the pentagram, and it becomes a completely just non-entity. Like it exists, but there's no you're not feeling anything from it anymore.
I still want to roll for this to see if.
And as that happens, immediately after that happens,
a token's about to appear.
Everything starts rumbling. Whoa! What was that?
We're gonna have like a demon empress appear or something.
I don't see.
There's something flying.
You see the sarcophagus begin to shake and the lid fall to the side of the receptacle. And a terrible magical feeling washes over all that are attuned to such forces.
I like how Borkvarrd teleported over here in a matter of seconds.
I didn't teleport.
No.
I was
Yeah, he was walking. I was
moving
watching.
one square at a time.
As
I feel Borkvarrd would feel uncommonly, you guys all get the feeling Borkvarrd is more affected by this than the rest of you.
You see movement from the top of the sarcophagus as a figure slowly rises from the interior.
I question that. I am from the infernal fucking plains, so
a kind of raspy breath, just comes from the crypt, and a creature or a form, a humanoid form, rises forth, covered in armor and black hair, and kind of floats in midair for a second.
Male or female?
So it raises up out and is actually it floats off the ground. Does it come back down?
Yeah, no, it's just up in the air for right now. Doesn't seem too concerned what's going on in front of it or around it right now.
Is Artlock able to seduce it?
That's what I was going to say.
Well, somebody did ask. It is a female form.
Can I try talking to it? Hold on. Can we try talking to it? Because we're not in combat yet.
Get it on with
We're not in combat. We haven't rolled initiative. I'd like to roll a history check on this.
I pat Artlock on the back.
See if I recognize the figure, the armor, or anything like that.
Go ahead.
I pat Artlock on the back and go get him, Tiger.
Yeah, I got crap history apparently.
It's a woman.
It's a woman. I know.
Not of when she came, but I do know it's a woman.
Well, all of you got enough to know that she's wearing old-style royal regalia, kind of military armor. Has symbols of the old empire.
I feel like meta, we all know that this is the Empress of the old empire.
I was going to ask, do we know if the Empress or whatever was good or bad?
I mean, maybe.
Bad. I guess it depends on your point of view.
From the last
if you were an elf,
it was kind of discerned she was kind of bad.
Artlock would know this because he did pass a check to recognize the old the Empress in the previous one. What he does know is the fact that you would know that the old Empress, killed her husband to become the queen, and she was the one that subjugated the other, what she would call lesser species.
So me and you, Ben, we would not be faring well if she saw us.
But in the few seconds that it takes you to realize this, her eyes open with a kind of a red glow, and her hand outstretches with a finger pointed towards the center of your party, and it is specifically towards the cleric.
I perform Thriller.
A split second after that motion is completed, a bright flash and smoke erupt, and she no longer is there.
Tyburn, I think she wants you.
She's inside you.
You what?
So,
okay.
I'm going to move forward and take a look
what's the state
at
of the girl
the
right now?
sarcophagus.
You know, the one that's kind of in my arms over here.
Still unconscious, but other than that, seems to be fine.
Breathing?
She's
Can I,
breathing.
can I take a perception check on the sarcophagus?
Sure, Ben. Borkvarrd.
Not trusting Midge entirely with an unconscious girl.
Vod?
Ben
Snow
Vod.
is gonna. So not trusting.
My perception's not great, but I'll try to. I was the first one out. Here. 16.
Sarcophagus.
Nothing else. No symbols.
It
just
has kind of the same.
Is it ornate?
It has the same iconography that the rest of the this complex has. Kind of just depicting her reign, or depicting the old
so
queen's
it's-
reign.
Think like Egyptian sarcophagus, stone carved with symbols.
Yeah,
that kind of
essentially.
thing?
So
Okay.
not trusting art locks with an unconscious teenage girl in his arms, I'm going to attempt to.
There is nothing in my bio about rape, but fine.
Your chat says otherwise.
Hey, I'm doing that whole thing where, you know, they'll wake up, the first person they see is their hero. Like, I'm playing it out in my head.
Well, being able to knowing art locks for about a year now definitely knows there's some malintentions about to be happening here. I'm gonna gesture to take the teenage girl off him.
Okay.
Are these 6 brown objects chests?
Yes.
Borkvarrd is going to inspect the chests.
I was about to say, are you just gonna open them again?
Fireballs, all of them.
No. He's just going to. He walked over to the front of the chests on this side, and he just going to. He takes a good look at them because he learned his fucking lesson.
They seem to be. Some of them have like holes in them, or have the wood rotted away. Other ones.
So they're just old, decrepit.
Yeah, some of the, like it looks like they wouldn't survive being moved very far.
So I'm gonna take my warhammer and just give it a good whack into the rotted wood and try to pull the planks away.
Okay.
Suddenly splinters come out.
You find nothing.
Found nothing. Okay.
I would suggest maybe the cleric
Who else wants to go roleplay?
doesn't go near the sarcophagus, and the rest of us try to close it.
How heavy is the lid that she?
That's
pushed
why I said
off?
the rest of us.
Borkvarrd moves it with one hand.
It's a yeah, that is a good point. It's a significantly large sarcophagus lid. Like you at least a couple 100 pounds, easy.
I say we shatter it.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll agree to snow.
If he's gonna start hitting the sarcophagus, I'm moving away.
Oh,
from
you
it.
have a giant warhammer. I mean, you can just be like, "Grr," and just like let it down onto it.
I don't want to smash it. I'm not going
Does
to.
the sarcophagus have any like writing on it?
It does.
Yeah, it has writing.
Symbols.
There's symbols on it, but
Her life.
Does anybody? Can any of us figure out what the script is or what the symbols are? Like what language it might be?
seems to be like a precursor to modern Common.
So it's just like Old English or something.
Yeah,
like
it'd
that?
be like somebody that speaks English now trying to read Old
Shakespeare.
English.
So we might be able to physically read the characters, but not ascertain what it actually means.
Yes.
No, I thought you were just gonna say it would be like reading Shakespeare.
No, we're talking Old English, like
Old
Alright.
English.
yeah. When you had like the A and E
Think
as a single
several
letter,
hundred. Yeah.
Yeah.
like as an option,
No.
things like that.
Yeah.
So seeing what's on the sarcophagus, is it like the same thing repeated over and over, or is it like a whole long story, or?
It's just like a it's like you'd
Like a
say
poem,
it's like there are repeating bits. It wouldn't be like every bit is a unique section, but there are repeating bits.
Haven't really
It obviously has a
established
flow to it.
So having already established this, it was just telling about her life. So it's kind of like pointless. I was constantly talking about the sarcophagus lid.
How long would it take me to transcribe some of that onto parchment?
Depends on.
What if you just put the parchment over it and rubbed it?
That's not how ink works.
Well,
yeah, but we have chalk.
That is true. You do have chalk.
Is
Do you
is it raised or?
Yeah. Well, I mean, by the sheer nature of how.
engravings
Well, if it was
work.
chiseled, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter if it
engraving.
was raised or if it was if it was like a chiseled out one, it would still
But,
show up either
Bob,
way.
laser etching hasn't been invented yet.
Hello, chat.
If you want to try to transcribe it by hand, it would take. You think it'd take you a little bit, like maybe an hour's worth of kind of work to get it all down. If you're trying to get everything down, if you did like a kind of like an etching, it wouldn't take too long. Maybe all told, maybe 10-15 minutes worth
Can
of
I
work.
search the room?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so well, if they're gonna search the room, I'd like to go ahead and take an etching then of this.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Snow being disinterested in all of this, she's gonna start heading out of this this place to go and check on the horses.
Oh, all the way back.
Split
Yeah.
the party.
I am going to.
You're gonna split the
Yeah.
party?
Fuck it.
Kavara will escort Snow just in case anything.
Because we've been in for a while. I want to make sure our totally legal horses are in good condition.
I feel like we've been in here for like 10 minutes.
You've been here for like probably 20 minutes.
Right. So, do I need to roll a perception for the check in the room?
Yes.
Let's just keep going at two squares.
I'm interested in these statues. When after Midge, I want to take a good close look at these statues.
Okay, the two statues that flank the sarcophagus seem to, as I stated before, be depictions of royal guards or queen's guards, or in that vein. The statues that flank the corners of the actual room seem to be depictions of different times in this person's life. Like they seem to be like one depicts obviously a younger, the other one depicts slightly older, in different poses and situations. There are also inscriptions on the bottoms of the individual statues, again in this older common.
I'm also going to loot the skeletons.
Okay.
By the way, Snow is going past the dead spider body. She
What
kicked
about
it again.
Bob's Miss Bolt? Did it shatter when it hit the wall behind it, or can you retrieve that?
It is
Because it missed. So would it hit the wall?
heads or tails, Bob.
Just fine. It's gone. I already marked it down.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Midge, you find you find 3 sets of like scraps of armor, 3 rusted gladiuses, and 3 kind of disrepaired. A grand total of 15 arrows between all of them.
Does Kavara have tetanus?
Maybe. She did get hit by a rusted gladius.
He just said he put a rusted gladius into your the artery in your leg. I can't remember what it's called. He put it
Femoral
in your leg.
artery.
He did say it was. Yeah, there you go. He did say. He just said it was rusted. Before he just said they were gladiuses.
Roll for
now he says
tetanus
they're
damage.
Rusted. So
How much would those be worth? Anything, really?
If they were in good condition, they might be worth a pretty good penny. But in
they're
this
not.
condition, you're not sure you could get a lot out of it.
copper.
Maybe what they're worth in their materials.
So,
Anybody here got any carry weight for some extra stuff?
not in there
Let
anymore.
me check.
At least not me.
The only
think
thing I'm
I
carrying is
have-
probably the girl.
Yeah, no, we got to take that into account as well. The girl.
Do you want more
I mean,
junk?
the only things.
Are you outside with the girl? Because
I'm-
you took the girl, Snow.
Yeah, I did.
So you've got the girl with you.
So we took the we let the unscrupulous lying thieves.
No. One of the thieves
Alone
is still,
with the unconscious 17-year-old outside?
One of the
I'm
thieves
inside.
is still inside.
Oh, you're
What
inside.
is
Okay,
it
I
with
thought
you
it was
hating
Snow and
dragons,
Midge that
man?
one.
Dragons and tieflings. God, just
Dragons and dwarves? I feel like we wouldn't get along.
I do.
Also, you're breathing. I mean, I was just set on fire. You shoot shit out of your face.
Well,
I
being
should
outside now.
So do you. It's called a sneeze.
What time of day is it outside now, Roach?
kind. Yeah, it's
Night.
night. At this point, it's gone full night.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pull up my tinderbox, go get some kindling from the outside area, and set up a fire next to where we had our
You
our
dwarves have
horses.
such bad
Set
breath,
up.
it's a weapon in itself.
Can I inspect the actual pentagram?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know what it's made out of. I don't know what the symbols are. So should I do just straight up perception? Should I do history?
Probably an Arcana check
Intelligence.
since it's magical.
Yeah, Arcana check would be applicable. It is a pentagram.
Okay.
It is a
All right,
pentagram that is made. It is a stone pentagram that is seems to have been carved in the floor, slightly raised than the rest of the tiles around it.
It's evil, and it's got 5 points on it.
Yeah,
It's
what's the
evil,
language?
don't touch
Can we see what language it is? Do I have any knowledge of what language it might be, or is it in the same old script?
It's
I would imagine it'd be
same
Common.
old script.
I was gonna say it could have been infernal since it is. that
Yeah,
is the
that's why I
hell.
was wondering, and I do read Infernal.
Anyways, I'm gonna lay the girl down next to the fire I made out here and just chill and wait.
So these pentagrams are nothing. I just stepped on it.
Yeah, no, they're just like etched into the
Blood of a
stone.
virgin.
So why don't we? I mean, we searched the room, we searched the skeletons. There's nothing left here. They've taken the girl outside and they're starting a campfire, I'm assuming. So why don't we all just head back outside the mouth of the cave? Any objections?
Nope.
Okay. Let's zoom out a
I'm
little.
slightly
Oh, where'd
concerned
everything
where
go?
the big demon thing went.
I'm slightly concerned where it went to, but I mean, it just disappeared. There's no, and we don't have any inclination where it
I'm gonna
actually
keep
is.
close to Bob.
Well, I was gonna say you could just stop moving, and I can actually move your tokens.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, I was gonna walk out myself, but if I mean, this way.
In case something sprung out of a hole or something. In the...
As Tyburn
Well, I
emerges
kinda- I
from
re-
the
I-
cave,
you know-
I want to roll a perception check on Tyburn to make sure there's nothing different about him.
I don't feel any different, do I?
I'm just gonna do this as a being a untrusting. I critted that, by the way.
Bob starts hearing voices in his
Not
head.
28 that.
I am Borkvarrd GodSlayer.
Because
you
tieflings
don't
are
notice-
naturally untrusting.
You don't notice anything different. He seems to be. I mean, he's bloodied. He took a pretty big hit.
Okay.
I don't feel so good.
I feel like Borkvarrd is through their adventures, Borkvarrd is growing more and more attached to Tyburn. Can't really place why, but he feels a bond.
Let the fanfic rise.
After Tyburn
No,
stops the
no,
poison
nothing
on
like that.
Borkvarrd, Borkvarrd has grown feelings for him.
No, nothing like that. I'm trying to roleplay this as and stuff I've already talked to Roach about. I'm trying to roleplay this, not fanfic it.
I mean, he did
wouldn't
just
be
start the
fanfic,
poison
really.
out for you.
Well, yeah, you don't notice anything different about
Alright.
Tyburn.
I gesture for them to come by the fire and warm up because I'm pretty sure that cave was cold.
So, I'm just gonna engage Tyburn in conversation. Why did she point at you?
You're muted, Bob.
No. Am I? Hello?
No, I don't know. Whatever you,
Yeah,
you
now
just
you're
said, whatever you said, it didn't go through for some reason.
My game might just not been tuned right for me to make the short little noise that I made.
Yeah.
That's all.
So you don't have no idea whatsoever.
No, I don't. I'm afraid I don't. I don't even know who that was.
Do you have any idea who that satanic cult was?
No.
Satanic.
It was a cult.
The thing is,
do we have any inclination that it was either satanic or a
well,
cult?
you've got to think about it this way. Someone
I
resurrected
didn't-
the skeletons and resurrected her and captured the workers originally.
And where does the cave spider come into all this? I want to know
I think
that
it was
much.
just living there.
In case
So
probably
somebody- So somebody was moving through the fucking cave into the little temple area that we found without being attacked by the cave spider.
Animal handling. Gee, Sly.
How's the girl?
Or they could be
I
sneaky.
could-
The girl seems to be fine. Seems to be fine. Nope, she has not woken up yet.
All right, so we have the option of traveling through the night to try to get back to town with an unconscious burden. But I mean, I feel like we could, I don't know, maybe turn my ladder into a stretcher, or
Put him on one of the horses.
I'm gonna use that goddamn
Wait,
ladder for something.
We have horses here. I'm just gonna just put her up on
You're
front of
gonna
me and just like.
strap an unconscious.
No,
woman to
you
a
don't
horse?
strap them. Do you? What media have you watched where they strapped a living person on the back of a horse?
Have you seen a John Wayne movie or played Red?
You just
Red
put them
Dead Redemption
in front
at all?
of you and you just keep going. They're unconscious. They're not gonna. You can have them slouched up against you while you just go. It's not.
It's not weird because he's
You are. I triggered something there.
I'm just saying. I'm just like.
Jesus.
I was shocked by you just strap a living.
and it's
girl
not weird
onto a
because he's
horse.
playing a girl, so it's fine.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I would
Okay.
be uncomfortable of Art Locks probably groping the unconscious girl.
So you came out, started a fire, loaded up, and left.
Well, I have a fire because I don't know how long it's gonna take. Can we? I want to roll a perception check, and since I have dark vision, could I get an advantage of this, being able to see the surrounding area here to make sure, does it look more like normal? Does it not feel as dreary as it did earlier? Now that we've cleared this place, and let me just roll the perception now. 17.
It seems to be a forest. Nothing's really changed outside here except it's gotten darker.
Well, I have formed everyone else. I'm like, well, guys, we could camp the night here if y'all want to. I have a fire.
I'll ask God for advice. How far away is the lodging camp from here?
About 2 to 3 hours.
The logging camp.
Logging camp.
Yeah, about
That's gonna be
2 to
the
3
world.
hours at a steady pace in this darkness.
After that, we're not in fit condition to walk through the darkness. I think we need to wait here for the safety of me, because you guys are my shields.
Everyone but you.
I mean the girl.
I mean,
Everyone but you, Midge, is damaged.
Well, I asked for it.
Did I take two things? Did I take any more poison damage, and were we in there long enough for the poison to have worn off?
Poison doesn't cause damage. We went over that.
doesn't.
It just makes you disadvantaged at rolls, which actually I don't think we.
So I don't have the disadvantage.
I don't think we modeled actually in the fight. I think we forgot about that.
I didn't hit anything anyway.
Yeah, no, I guess you're right.
Since Snow already made a campfire, I guess we'll just camp up here.
I say I feel like sleeping tonight would be best because we're kind of winded. We should rest. And
I have another mechanical question. What happens if you have both advantage and
They
disadvantage?
cancel each
Does
other
it
It
out.
just
cancel
cancels out.
Okay, so that wouldn't make any difference. So the only time I hit anything, we had advantage because we outnumbered the opponent.
now, I don't know if there's a rule against. I don't know what the rules are for this, but I'll ask God here. Let's say if it's like when I was on horseback. I'm on horseback and I'm surrounding someone, so it'd be like 2 things of an advantage, but then there would be 1 disadvantage. Would that give me advantage, or you would just say to cancel them out because you can't stack advantages?
Can't stack advantages, so it would cancel
Okay.
out. So, you're laying camp for the night. Gonna wait
That's what
out
I
until
suggest.
morning.
There's only